And today we're going to be taking apart an air ratchet. Now, yes, why are we taking apart an air ratchet if you become a mechanic for air tools? Well, no, I've not, at least not yet, but my life has taken enough interesting twists and turns in the last 5 to 10 years where really anything's possible. And what else is possible is I decided that I was in the market for a new 3/8 drive air ratchet, hopefully something with a little more guts than this thing, which you can't really complain about because I got it basically for free. It was part of a set that I bought. And so I bought this thing, you know, Chicago pneumatic, freshly, professionally rebuilt. You know, it's one of the good ones, made in Japan. And looks like a pretty nice ratchet. Been told it's been tested out. Everything works. Just a few minor problems. The first is the trigger. It's supposed to be springy and it pretty much just rests like that and flops around all cattywampus. And then there's the other one. Just perpetually on. Why would we buy things new when we could buy things used for almost as much money than have to jack with them constantly? So I've never been inside one of these things. I've also never wanted to be inside one of these things. But today we're gonna find out what's in an air ratchet. Okay, so I'm guessing if I put this in like that, perhaps, we won't absolutely tear the daylights out of those sides, and I bet I can get a wrench on here. Is it 28 mils? I think it's 28 mils. This is kind of cool. This is an English-made Brit tool wrench I bought on eBay, and it's actually as described unlike this thing. Okay, well, this part pretty easily. This is the part where we removify this and parts just shoot out everywhere, and I never get it back together. Now I know what you're saying, Chucky, just send it back and complain to eBay. Well, I would, but in typical fashion, you know, it's like when I buy expensive parts that I don't want to be stuck with. The most intelligent thing you can do is wait to open them until you're outside that return period, and that's what I did on this. Okay, smells like... Why is there like caked on junk in here? I don't think this thing was specially rebuilt. That's sort of cool. It's like a little planetary deal. Can we just kind of push this out? No? I don't know what this is, but let's unscrew it. Should impale yourself with the screwdriver. What is that? I'm not even bleeding. It's not that big a deal. Alright. Okay. Alright, this is the part where little parts and pieces start falling out. So what is this junk that's in this? What is that? It's like a solid chunk of Loctite. Probably 3/16 of an inch around. Maybe that's all it is. Maybe that just got stuck. Alright, so as you saw, all we need is something to push down on that plunger. And I found a sheet metal screw that's the right size to fit down in that hole and butt up against the plunger. Alright, so moment of truth. Better. So this is what's great about the internet. I think the tag on this says it was made in '97. But even with that being said, for a pretty small amount of money, really not all that much, I was able to go on the interweb and pick up all these parts which will hopefully fit. Okay, I don't actually remember how this goes together. I've forgotten since that night we were messing with it. Alright. So I guess my little machine screw plunger did not do the job, but that's okay because we now have this plunger here. Alright, so far so good. What else did I buy? This is exciting! Alright. Hey, that goes right in. That goes right in. That feels pretty good. Let's hook up some air, see what happens. Alright, this is the big moment. It doesn't leak. It doesn't leak, but does it work? It's fixed. Ha! The internet causes problems, and the internet fixes them. Wow, this thing feels like it's got a lot of power behind it. I like it. So is this a repair that I really wanted to do? No, it isn't. Not in any way, shape, or form. But the reality is, you know, a lot of the stuff I've bought online has been a very good deal. It's served me very well, so it's only to be expected that there are a couple of bad apples in the entire group of things that I've bought, and people that I've bought things from, most of which have been overwhelmingly very positive, genuine, honest, and sincere. So I cannot really complain too much. I'm glad this thing works. I now have a functional, much nicer than the one I had before, air ratchet. The one I had before, it's not really that bad, but it was a free tool. It came with an impact wrench, so, you know, what do you expect, right? And I have used it for like 6 or 7 years, whatever it's been. So, you know, just with a little bit of gumption and Googling around, you can fix pretty much anything. And for whatever it's worth, I can now say that I've fixed an air ratchet, even though it didn't really need anything. Well, it's always one little thing away from perfection, just like an old car or whatever. Anyway, I don't really have anything of intelligence to add here. There's really nothing of intelligence in this video. Just basically don't give up on stuff and try to find random parts on the internet, because you never know what's out there. And this thing's fixed, and it probably still costs less than a new one, figuring in the value of those parts I bought. And only 5 times the headache, so can't complain. Thanks for watching.